Welcome to today's annual enrollment session. My name is Natalie Fee. I work in the benefits office, and I also have my teammate Chris Gogger on here as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A feature of the Zoom, and you can also come on mic if you have any questions. So annual enrollment is taking place this year from November 1st through the 30th. So we're almost halfway through, and all eligible retirees are able to make any changes to your benefits if you would like to. You should have received an enrollment change form in the mail if you need to make any changes. And then as always, if you're not making any changes to your benefits, then you do not need to do anything. And then elections that you make are going to be benefit effective January 1st of 2025. So we like to make enrollment as easy as possible for you guys. As I mentioned, your enrollment is passive. So if you're not making any changes, you don't need to do anything. We have an annual enrollment website, which is live if you want to go online and view the recorded session from today or any changes that are occurring for next year. We are also doing an Aetna Zoom presentation for any retirees who are over the age of 65 and who are eligible for that Aetna Medicare Advantage PPO plan. So that's happening this Thursday from 3 to 4 if you know any retirees from Pinellas County who are on that plan. And then we're going to be recording that session as well. Then as always, you are welcome to contact us in Employee Benefits by phone if you have any questions about your benefits, or you can always stop by and see us. We are available to assist you. So some highlights. So for all retirees who are under the age of 65, you are switching from Cigna to UMR next year. UMR is a United Healthcare partner. So that would be your medical, behavioral mental health, and EAP benefits. Then as far as the dental plan, that's going to stay with Cigna. And then if you have the life insurance, that is still with Secure and Financial. Now, as far as the high deductible health plan, if you're on that plan, then we did have to increase the deductibles, out-of-pocket maximums, and contribution limits per IRS regulations. And then you probably got some mail about our dependent verification process that's happening next year. So we'll touch on that as well. We continue to offer the same two medical plans, the high deductible health plan and the PPO plan. So it's the same two plans that you have now. We have just changed the names of them to call them basically what they are instead of being vendor specific. So most of you are probably on that PPO plan. It's what is currently called the Open Access Plus plan. And then if you are on what we call right now the Choice Fund Open Access Plus, then that is now called the High Deductible Health Plan. We have been able to expand coverage for these two medical plans. So for example, all mammograms and colonoscopies are going to be covered at 100%, whether preventive or diagnostic. So right now, those are only covered at 100% if it's coded as preventive. And then we have also been able to increase the amount of therapy you can receive each year. So for physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy, that has increased from 20 days per year to 45 days per year. And then as always, both plans offer 100% coverage for preventive care. The same provider network, which is going to be United Healthcare Choice Plus, the same covered services, and the same monthly premium. Here's a comparison of the two plans. So per IRS guidelines, we increased the deductible amounts for the high deductible health plan with HSA for single coverage by $50 and $100 for family coverage. If you're on that PPO plan, there are no changes to the deductibles. If you enroll for the high deductible health plan with the HSA plan, then your health savings account will automatically be opened with Optum Bank. Now, we will need to send you a form first to authorize us to open that on your behalf. And then if you already have money currently with HSA Bank, then that will roll over to Optum Bank. And then we will continue to contribute $500 if you have retiree only coverage, or $1,200 if you have retiree plus one or more. This is a continuation of that comparison. So preventive care is covered at 100% under both plans. So that would include an annual wellness exam, basic labs, etc. So we do encourage you and your family members to get these exams every year. All other services are either applied to your deductible or have a copay or co-insurance. So as you can see, if you go to the primary care doctor, you're going to pay a $25 copay. And if you go to a specialist, you're going to pay a $35 copay under that PPO plan. If you have the high deductible health plan, then you are going to pay everything out of pocket until you meet your deductible, and then the co-insurance would kick in at 20%. Now, the prescriptions is going to remain with Express Scripts. So even though the medical is going from Cigna to UMR, the prescriptions is staying with Express Scripts. And there's no changes to the copays or co-insurance here. So with Express Scripts, there is that Smart 90 program. So if you are taking maintenance medications, which are taken long-term, then they do need to be filled for a 90-day supply through either Express Scripts home delivery or at a Walgreens retail pharmacy. If maintenance medications are not filled under Smart 90, then you may be subject to paying the full retail cost of the medication out of pocket. So as a reminder, maintenance medications are those taken regularly and long-term. So that could be blood pressure medication, cholesterol, birth control, any of that. So if you are on a maintenance medication, make sure you are getting them filled at a 90-day supply through either Express Scripts home delivery or Walgreens. Now, of course, if you hate them for some reason and you prefer to use CVS or Publix, you can, but you're going to pay more for utilizing those other pharmacies. Now, we do understand some maintenance medications are subject to quantity limits and may not be filled as a 90-day supply. There are cost-saving options that exist, though, such as discount cards, drug manufacturer assistance, or a store that offers medications at a lower cost. So if you have any questions about your prescriptions, please reach out to Express Scripts and they can assist you. Going back to the health savings accounts real quick, just a reminder about what those are. So those are tax-free saving accounts to pay for eligible medical, dental, and vision expenses now or in the future. You do have to re-enroll on that high deductible health plan to have a health savings account. The county will contribute $500 for retiree only, or $1,200 for a retiree plus one or more, and that would be deposited into your Optum Bank account on January 1st or the first work day after. Now, as a retiree, you aren't able to make contributions to your HSA through us. However, you can log into your account at Optum Bank and make deposits or contributions. So the IRS does set the individual maximum contribution amounts each year. So for 2025, the maximum, if you have individual coverage, is $4,300. And if you have employee plus one or retiree plus one or more, you can contribute up to $8,550. And if you're over the age of 55, you can contribute an additional $1,000 per year. That money is always yours and it rolls over from year to year. And you can use those funds for eligible medical, dental, vision expenses. And if you use it for those qualified healthcare expenses, you're never taxed on that money. But again, you have to be on the high deductible health plan to have a health savings account. Now, aside from annual enrollment, the only other time you may change your benefits is if you experience a qualifying life event. So this would be if you get married, divorced, or your spouse loses coverage elsewhere. Those would all be qualifying life events. And the IRS is very strict on their guidelines about qualifying life events. So you only have 31 days to notify us if you need to make any changes to your benefits because of a qualifying life event. If you come to us 35 days later, then unfortunately we'll have to deny your request and you'll have to wait until open enrollment to make any changes. Now, as retirees, because your premiums are paid with post-tax dollars, you are able to cancel your insurance at any time throughout the year. Just know that once you cancel, you can't ever come back onto the county's plan. But if you're making just a change, like you're adding a dependent or whatnot, that would be subject to a qualifying life event. So just keep that in mind. And then if you are enrolled on the county's health plan, you have access to Hinge Health. So this is a really great benefit that we introduced a year or so ago. So all retirees and adult dependents enrolled in the county medical plan have access to Hinge Health. This is a free digital exercise therapy program to support muscle and joint health, and it provides a personalized program and care team via video, which may include a licensed physical therapist to help you treat muscle and joint pain, recover from injuries, and prepare for surgery. So this is a really great way to get physical therapy virtually if it's hard for you to be able to get out of the house and get to a physical therapist, or if you just like to do things virtually. So you do have to apply to the program. If you go out to the county's website, we have the contact information for Hinge Health where you can call and get more information. I'm going to pause real quickly. Are there any questions about medical plan? Okay. Well, again, feel free to put your questions in that Q&A feature and then also come on mic if you'd like. Going into the dental. Oh, and I didn't mention this, but the premiums for retirees who are under the age of 65 are not changing for next year. I don't have them in this PowerPoint, but you would have received information in the mail with what your premium is for next year. So going into the dental, we continue to offer this same 3 dental plans. We have the basic dental PPO plan. This does not cover orthodontia. Preventive care is covered at 100% though, which includes 2 cleanings and 2 exams per year per member. Now, if you're doing those deep cleanings, those are not considered preventive care. Those fall under basic restorative care, and basic restorative care is covered at 80%, while major restorative care is covered at 50%. The annual max that the plan pays out per year per member is $2,000. The second dental plan that we offer is completely identical to that basic plan, except that this one includes an orthodontia benefit. So orthodontia would be like braces or Invisalign, and the orthodontia coverage would be for children or adults, and there's a lifetime orthodontia maximum of $1,500. That is completely separate from the $2,000 that the plan already pays out per year. So this plan basically allows you to buy up from that basic PPO plan if you or your dependents need orthodontia coverage. Then we also offer an HMO plan at a very low cost to retirees. It is a very bare bones plan, so you have to go to a doctor within the Cigna Radius DHMO network, and the cost of procedures is based on a fee schedule. Dental cleanings and exams would be free. Orthodontia is not covered under the HMO plan, and neither are specialists, except for pediatric dentists for children up to the age of 13. The dental HMO plan mainly uses Florida providers, so if you live outside of Florida, this may not be the best dental plan for you. These are the current monthly premiums for the dental. They are not changing for 2025. We want to remind you about virtual visits. So virtual visits are a great way to talk to your doctor by phone or video 24/7. Telehealth can be used for diagnosing allergies, fever, pink eye, etc. All physicians are board certified and can process prescriptions with your preferred pharmacy. So if you have an urgent need to see a doctor, going to the ER is always going to be your most expensive route. So virtual visits is a really great way to see a doctor quickly and at any time of the day, even if it's the middle of the night. So we just want to remind you about that. It's a lower cost option than going straight to the ER. Now, under our current plan arrangement, if you enroll in the county's medical plan, you are automatically enrolled in the IMED vision plan. There are no changes to our vision plan. Some basic and network benefits would be a $10 annual vision exam, a $130 allowance towards frames, a $20 copay for clear plastic single, bifocal, trifocal, or lenticular prescription lenses, and a $100 allowance toward contact lenses. We also offer a laser vision correction discount. With IMED, you would be able to go to most lens crafters, Target Optical, and most Pearl Vision locations. Some private practitioners accept IMED as well. You would just want to call them and verify. We also have our Employee Assistance Program, which is going to be administered by UMR. And this is available to retirees under the age of 65. Services include short-term resolution alternatives, assessment, counseling, and referrals at no cost for you and your covered dependents. Under the EAP program, you can get 100% coverage for 6 sessions of initial assessment counseling and early intervention treatment. The EAP program includes other types of assistance as well, including financial counseling, legal assistance, relationship management assistance and locating, childcare, and more. So if you suspect you need more than 6 sessions, then your care would then transition over to the behavioral mental health plan, and copays or deductibles would apply at that point. The EAP program is completely confidential. Pinellas County does not know who utilizes this benefit. So definitely take advantage of that if you are going through something and just need somebody to talk to. And then the other benefit that we offer to you as a retiree, aside from the medical and the dental, is the life insurance. So retirees may decrease the amount of life insurance at any time throughout the year, and the supplemental life insurance is 100% paid by you, the retiree. You cannot increase your life insurance, but you can just decrease it. And then keep in mind that there are reductions to the life insurance based on your age. So once you reach the age of 65, the value of the policy reduces to 65% of its original value. And then every 5 years after that, until you reach the age of 80, the policy continues to reduce. So if you have any questions about that, or you want to see the schedule for when your benefit is going to reduce, if you go out to our website, the Retiree Life Insurance page will show you that. Also, in the letter that you received from Pinellas County, if you have the life insurance, it will state in your letter how much life insurance that you currently have. If you are not changing your coverage, then you don't need to do anything. And open enrollment is always a great time to review and, if necessary, update your beneficiaries. Although you can do that at any time throughout the year as well. So recently we partnered with FedLogic to provide federal and state benefits information and advocacy for our retirees. FedLogic is an independent resource to help you navigate and maximize benefits such as Social Security and Medicare. We know Social Security and Medicare is very confusing to navigate. So FedLogic is a really good resource. They are confidential. The service is unlimited and free to you. They do not sell, endorse, or promote any products or services, and you would just need to call them to schedule a consultation or to ask any questions. So FedLogic covers any federal or state benefits. So aside from Social Security and Medicare, they can also answer any questions you may have about disability benefits, VA benefits, any of that. And then the last thing we're going to talk about today is dependent verification. So you should have gotten a letter in the mail that we are working with a third-party vendor called Impact Interactive to conduct a dependent verification from January 13th to February 28th of next year. This is a one-time verification of all dependents on the county medical or dental plans. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to make sure that our plan complies with legal requirements and is only covering dependents who are eligible for coverage. So all retirees who have dependents on their medical or dental plan would need to go through the dependent verification process. The only retirees who would be excluded would be if you do not have any dependents or you have medical or dental coverage for retiree only in 2025, or you decline coverage for 2025. So right now would be the time to review the dependents listed on your plans and make sure that they are eligible. Start gathering your verification documents. If you're not sure what documents would be accepted, call Impact Interactive. Their phone number should be on the letter that you received from us. And then you'll get some more mail from them on how you can log into their website to upload your documents. Again, you don't need to do that until January 13th. So right now you're just making sure that you have your documents and you're ready to submit them once we start that process. Here is the benefits website and also the contact information for the employee benefits team. Make sure you are watching your mail for important information from now through the beginning of next year. We're going to be sending out a lot of communications about open enrollment, the dependent verification. You're going to get some new insurance cards from UMR. So all of that, make sure you're watching your mail for that. So are there any questions that I can answer for you guys? Chris and I are going to stay online for a few minutes in case you have any questions. Otherwise, make sure you get your annual enrollment changes to us by November 30th. And if you're not making any changes, then you're good to go. Thank you for joining me today. Have a good day.
If you guys have questions, go ahead and drop them in. If not, you can just go ahead and sign off. Again, thank you.
All right, well, hearing and seeing no questions. Oh, well, they left.
Stop recording. Stop recording.
I know. How do I do that?
Here, I did it.
Oh, thank you.